the Sidelines here covering Hardin County sports. Today we're very lucky to have with us two seniors from Central Hardin High School on the volleyball team. We have Miss Sadie Atcher, Miss Katie Vest. And Sadie, I'll ask you first. You come off of a region championship last year. What have you guys been doing since the dead period this summer?
We lost two of our key players last year, two hitters, so we knew that this year we needed to put in, extra work, and the little ones need to step up. So we've been doing lots of workouts throughout the summer, and I think that's helped us a lot with getting stronger and all that stuff. And then also bluegrass games, we played some really, really tough teams, which helped push us and get us ready for our tough schedule this season.
Katie, I'll ask you, obviously there's a core four seniors on the team. I'm asking you to talk about Larkin and Sam a little bit, but who are some of the other key contributors this year for the Bruins?
So like you said, Larkin and Sam are also the other two seniors who are very big contributors. Claire Worrell, she's our sixth rotation outside along with Sadie, who's also a very big impact on the team. We have Kate, our right side, who's upcoming sophomore. She's really stepped up. Although she's a young player, she's been a really good leader on the team, helping bring people up and just really stepped up in the games, even though she's young. Sam, like I said, she's our libero. She's the leader of the back row. She's always talking, always being a leader. And Larkin, she's really improved over the offseason, our big middle hitter. She's just always an option, always can get a kill if we need her to, and just a very good leader.
Now I have you both respond to this question. Your kind of legacies at Central Hardin, both of you having older sisters that played, that were very successful. What does it mean to be a Central Hardin Bruin in that, knowing how long you've been in the volleyball program?
So both of my sisters played. So I had been in the program for a very long time. Just seeing them and as such a young player and seeing them being such leaders and roles on the team just really showed me what it is to be a leader and how I should interact with my teammates and how I should act on the court. My sister Lindsay was a setter, so she kind of taught me everything I knew, and my sister Lauren was a passer, and I actually was a passer as well, and I have to pass with setting. So they both have showed me how to play, how to be a leader on the team, and just how to interact with my teammates and just be a leader.
My sister Addie also played, and she was a really big leader. She not only taught me how to be a leader, but she also showed me I think she pushed me to get better, because she was a very good hitter. So I think she pushed me to want to get better and that kind of thing.
You are the defending region champs. You guys have had a lot of success. What is it going to take to be the region champs again this year?
I definitely think that we have the skill to do it, no doubt about it. It's just if we all come together at the right time and play together. Our chemistry is very, very good, but it needs to come together when it really matters.
Katie, I'll ask you the final question. What does it take to stay on top in the volleyball as far as the region goes? You guys, it's constantly, there's been the level of success, kind of a standard of excellence. What does it take to win the region title?
Well, I think we just can't be satisfied. We can't go in being okay with what we've already done. We just have to keep working hard every rep, every practice. You just have to really put 110% effort in what you're doing. Every rep needs to have purpose, if that makes sense. And also our team chemistry. How we play with our teammates is a big part of volleyball. Volleyball is a team sport. Our bench, our teammates, we just have to all come together, because it's, like I said, a team sport. You can't win with just one player. It all has to be the team. So I think just our team chemistry and really working hard in practice.
Well, I do want to thank you all. For our viewers, August 29th, we will have Central Hardin will travel to North Hardin to take on the Trojans. That game is scheduled to start at 7:30, and we'll have that here for you on HCEC-TV. So again, thank you to Sadie Atcher and Katie Vest. This is From the Sidelines. Welcome back to From the Sidelines. Now I'm going to be joined by Coach Pon Putharanti from North Hardin High School Girls Soccer. And Coach, tell me kind of how the off-season went for you girls coming into this year.
Well, we did the bluegrass, and we did well, I guess, for a younger team. We're not experienced as last year's team, of course, because we lost some seniors last year, and I'm just trying to make it work.
So you talked about losing so many seniors. Obviously, you have your keeper that comes back. Yes. She's going to be a key role. Who are some of the other players that are going to be key contributors for the Trojans?
Well, we got a freshman, Peyton Perry. She's the one we're looking, for the score, our goals, and we got Paige Campbell, Juliana Weideman. They both play center mids, and Isabella Carter and Izzy Miller and Aubrey Petrance, the keeper, and she's one of the best in the district, I think, by far.
I think she proves that every time she goes out. It is always a tough district here in the 17th district. Elizabethtown and Central Hardin. John Hardin in years has been very good as well. What is it going to take for your team to be successful this season?
Defense. I mean, we got to play great defense against teams like E-Town and Central. I mean, those are great teams, you know, and Bethlehem, of course, and Bardstown. We just got to play outstanding defense to compete, to stay in the game.
And Coach, we will. I will end it with that, saying that next week you can see the North Hardin Trojans taking on the Elizabethtown Panthers on Monday night. We will have that for you here on HCEC-TV. And again, I want to thank Coach Putherancy from the sidelines. Tonight we had a volleyball match between John Hardin and North Hardin Classical. John Hardin winning that 3-0. Coach, before we get to tonight's game, the first thing, how's the offseason been for the John Hardin Bulldogs?
Been an excellent offseason. We have 3 key returning players to our varsity. Everybody else is brand new, so our other 7 players are new to this type of speed of varsity, and they've all adapted very well. Additions of coaches with Coach Christy Wells, the original coach here at John Hardin, and Coach Andrew Norton have brought a breath of fresh air, and it allows us to do a few more things here, and the girls are adjusting well, as you can tell tonight.
Well, who have been a couple of the players that coming into this season you were really counting on for the Bulldogs?
Oh, man, excellent question. I will tell you that our keys this year were our setter, Haley Russell, who's been outstanding for us ever since she was a freshman. Junior, Abby Moore, I tell you, she's killing the outside for us. She's reading the floor very well. And we've had one person, as you know, we lost Isabel Moore last year at the libero position, but we changed Nevaeh Latson from being a middle to being our libero, and she's adjusted to that role well. So those 3 key players right there are helping our team move forward.
Tonight's victory is a 3-0 sweep against Classical. You and I were talking off the air. It does not look like a 3-0. It was a 25-20. Second set 25-12, but then that last one, really a comeback by the Bulldogs, 25-22. What were your thoughts about tonight's ballgame?
Excellent team over there with North Hardin Classical. Very scrappy. They were not letting anything hit the floor. We watched what they did last night against Meade, which I think is a very strong team. But these girls came out and played with a lot of heart with North Hardin Classical. Our girls did exactly what we did when we took our timeouts, told them to do inside the huddle, and they went out there and executed and pulled away the victory.
Well, you see the Bulldogs back in action Thursday night. They'll hit the road. They're heading to LaRue County. Until then, this is From the Sidelines. Welcome back to From the Sidelines, joined this time by Coach Paul Gray, golf coach at Central Hardin High School. And Coach, golf is one of the very few sports that actually starts before school does. So can you just kind of recap what the beginning of this year has been like for the Bruins?
It's been busy. We've had 7 matches or tournaments in the last 9 days. It's been really busy. Even before school started in July, we had played maybe 8 or 9 tournaments, maybe 4 on the girls' side and 5 on the guys' side. So we've been off to a flying start. We're about halfway through. I know we're just 2 weeks into the school year, but we're halfway through our season, and it's been a lot.
And in those, obviously there's new players that are on the team, but there's other players. Can you talk about both of the teams and the key contributors for those?
For the girls' side, senior Addie Johnson's done a great job. She was a Governor Scholar program this summer, so got off to a slow start, but she's played some really good rounds. She's had her personal best 9 and 18 in her last 2 rounds, so her game is really shaping up well. Christine Michael has been our #1 all season. The freshman has been fantastic for us. Right now she's ranked 54th in the state in all-state points. and fighting for a spot in that all-state tournament. So we're excited for her as well. The girls team, ranked 18th overall in the state of Kentucky, is off to a great start. On the boys' side, Coach Cody Elmore works with our boys a lot, and they've done a great job. Rylan Jones is ranked 43rd in the state and is right now, I think, on track to be in that all-state tournament as well. So he's played great for us. He's shot under par in his last couple of rounds, and Talon Garcia, our senior, and then our freshman Ethan Lewis. All three of those guys have really led our squad, and I think at this point we're probably the favorite in the region, but we've taken a couple losses to LaRue County, and so they're really sharp this year. It's a wide open region tournament.
Well, you speak about the region tournament. It'll be here before we know it's near the end of September. This year at Quail Chase in Louisville. What does that course, as far as challenges go, what are the golfers going to face?
They're going to face a heavily tree-lined golf course. It's in pretty good shape, we think. They've redone fairways and greens on one of the 9s, and so we're expecting it to be in pretty good shape. But if you're a little off, you're going to spend a lot of time punching the ball out of the trees, and that's going to cost you some shots. So we're going to have to keep the ball in play and do a little better job just with our ball striking than the other schools, and that hopefully will lead us to a victory.
Well, Coach, we want to wish you all the best as the season continues to progress, and then to the region tournament and hopefully on to the state tournament. We'll be right back on From the Sidelines.
Paul Gray from the Sidelines here with Hardin County Education and Community Television. John Hardin High School head coach Doug Preston here with us to share some thoughts after a 21-10 opener loss to Hancock County. Coach Preston, just give us some thoughts on the game tonight.
Well, I think Hancock County's got a pretty good team. They had a good team last year. I just, for whatever reason, we played very sloppy. First half particularly, I can go through all the errors, but just a lot of errors, really game-changing errors, and we had several. We've got to do a better job, cut back as coaches on what we're trying to do with the kids, and we've got to eliminate errors on the field.
Just give me some thoughts about some of your key players tonight and their performances, maybe some of your best performances tonight.
Well, I think Cavalli ran the ball real hard and ran well, and I thought Austin, when he had time, threw the ball well. The defense I thought played much better in the second half. They were more physical. Individually, I think probably TJ played very well. TJ Williams played very well. On the defensive side, Elijah, we call him Monkey. Elijah Luna played hard and played well, so I thought those guys played real well. And there were some other ones too. BJ Stewart came up and made some big hits from the safety spot. Yeah, he got hurt in the fourth. Yeah, he was hobbled a little bit. So I think those ones jump out to me here right afterwards. I'm sure when I look at the film there'll be some other thoughts, but yeah.
So just one last thing, one of the things that coaches know is that some of your biggest jumps in improvement occur from week 1 to week 2 and even week 2 to week 3. What kinds of things are you going to go back and be working on going into your second game against Greene County?
Well, we've got to, as a coach and as a staff, we got to cut back on what we're doing to try to be better at less things and execute better. I think that's going to be a big thing. I just don't know tonight. We've already kind of been talking over here, but I've got to kind of look at film and do a little thinking here over the next 24 hours to kind of figure that out.
Well, thanks a lot to Coach Doug Preston here from the Sidelines. I'm Paul Gray with Hardin County TV.
Hi, I'm Coach Dale from Central Hardin, the girls' head cross-country coach. I think it started out pretty well. We've had some new faces come in, and we just did a relay meet over the weekend, and it's looking very promising based on what we saw there. Okay, so we first have Aubrey Williford, just moved here from Alabama this summer. Looking to have her and Julia Hobbs, who's a returning runner for us, lead the team this year. We also have a 7th grader up and coming. Her name is Hannah Stith. Really looking forward to see what she can do. And then we've got a bunch of other returning people that are going to be big contributors. Pretty much we do the same stuff up until close to the end. When we get close to regions, then we taper off. But for the most part, our kids know every Monday we do hills. Every Wednesday we do speed work, and anything between is recovery.
Hey, good afternoon. This is Tim Pennington. I'm the head coach for the boys at Central Hardin. As Coach Dale said earlier, I think it started out well. We had our first meet last weekend, which was the Fleet Feet Relays in Louisville. It's unique for us. It's a relay, two-man relay, two-person relay. So it was, each one ran a total of 3 miles to make for a 6-mile run. So for the team, we had a couple of the boys finish in the top 20, so I was pleased with that. Field was pretty competitive, so it's a good way to start the season, a fun run, something that's a little relaxed and stuff. So that was a good way to start our season off, and I was happy with the results that I saw. Looking at who we have on our squad, some of our returners this year, seniors is there's Mason Durham. He's not a senior. He's a junior. And then I have Leaf Dell, who's a senior. He's going to come back. He's coming back to us. Then we have Jared Fairbanks, senior as well. So those two right there with Jared and Leaf, I expect them to kind of lead the squad this year, pushing up toward the front a little bit. We have other ones that we have Sam Nelson, who he's a senior this year as well, and Andrew Disselkamp. Those two I expect to be contributors because they were on our region team last year. So we expect to see those guys push up a little bit inside of everything. We have Zach Rigney, who's a returner. I have Jake Ovison and Jake Powell. And we have a new guy, Jackson Luttrell, coming to us as a freshman. I think Jackson will make a splash for us this year as well. And we have a couple of middle schoolers that show promise as well, and we'll give them a test this weekend to see where they fall at. We're pretty regimented in our training. It all depends on what the races are that's coming up as well. But for the most part, our races are on the weekend, so we have a pretty regimented training. Mondays is a typical thing. We're at the lake. Wednesdays, we're out here at the fairgrounds on our home course. And in between, we have easy days. But on those days where we're at the lake and out here on that Monday and Wednesday, those are more of our structured days where we're going to have a true hard session for the kids. That way we can get them acclimated to whatever the race is coming up. And we may change that a little bit depending on where the race is or what we want them to do in some of the races. We may back off a little bit of training, may only do one speed session a week or one hill session, depending on what the race is coming up for that weekend. But most everything's going to stay pretty much the same until we get up close to regions, and then we'll start looking at backing off a little bit a week or so before regions to kind of give them a little bit more rest, make them a little bit hungry before they race at regions. On August 31st, we're here in E-Town at Run for the Gold. September the 7th, we're going to Madisonville, Hopkins County. That's going to be a new race for us. We've never done that one over there before, so we're going to travel a little bit further west. Then on September the 14th, we have our home course race here, which is the Fairgrounds Frenzy. So we're expecting a good crowd right now. I have almost 50 teams signed up for that race. That covers everything from elementary, middle school, and high school. So we have 50 teams signed up. Then we got a couple other races in between there, but then we're going to be hosting here again on October the 5th, which is the Ryan Snellen. And we're hoping that we've submitted the paperwork. We're hoping that we're going to be hosting region this year as well, which will be October the 26th. If we host a region on October 26th, we'll be hosting all 3 classes for Region 2, which is A, AA, and AAA, right here at the fairgrounds. And I would like to give a little shout out to the fairgrounds. They've been great to us. This being our home course, we've been out here. This is, I got to think about, this is 14 years, I think, 13, 14 years we've been out here. So this is a great venue for us. It's become our home course. We get to train out here a couple days of the week, but we also get to have our races out here. We really appreciate the Fair Board working with us, and Marty Fulkerson, the Fair Board president, because those guys have been instrumental and being able to have a program and have a large program. So it's definitely helped us out having a home course. So we appreciate those guys and gals on the Fair Board.